Hey ho superhumans, welcome back to our channel and another video. I'm Lori. Today I'm really excited to share about a simple, natural solution to any time those insecurities and doubt really start to set in. I choose this topic today because I know that for quite a few people around me this is happening right now, including myself, big time. More on that later in the video. Our whole goal here on this channel is really to guide you in rediscovering your own truth, aliveness, and freedom within. Who you were before you were born and took on a gender, cultural beliefs, and a name, and all the things that come together with that. Who you were supposed to be, the image you were supposed to have because of the image your family wanted to have. Nothing wrong with any of this. It's just now we have the opportunity to really remember who we are and really remember and recognize and acknowledge what is not who we are, that we get to live and experience during our journey here on the planet, but that we don't have to be so identified with. It really becomes a thick, thick jacket with so many layers that we're not even aware of. And so it becomes like a pair of glasses that we're wearing and seeing the world through. In fact, I call it more contact lenses than glasses, because at least glasses, you have them and you know that you can take them off and you can see them. But this is more like contact lenses that we don't see them and we don't really recognize that they are there. If right now you are going through a period of having so many insecurities coming up, so much doubt, and this voice that's beating everything down, and likely nothing has changed in your world very much around you. All that's changed is that these insecurities are up and it's literally clouding the way that you see everything. If I was to ask you, so what's the problem? What is it that's coming up? And every time you would list something, I would say, okay, let's put that in the jacket of social conditioning. What's under that? And I just kept going this way until we got to this big silver bullet one, that's the one. And that you actually were able to, even if it was only for half a second, recognize that, whoa, even that one that I've identified with so strongly all of my life is actually in that jacket of social conditioning. How freeing would that be? Even if it's only a glimpse that there's some kind of separation there between who you are and seeing this big story that you've been so identified with and had no idea until now that it actually doesn't have to be that way, that it was something that was created that you've been fully identified with. So I really encourage you to explore and experiment with this natural, simple solution of no matter what the insecurity or the doubt is, if you can just ask the question, where do you belong? And to start to see that, wow, keep asking the question until you get to the core one and recognize that, wow, this is actually social conditioning. So now the mind's going to ask, okay, so what do I do now? I recognize that this is social conditioning, or at least I'm having a glimpse that it might be social conditioning. Well, maybe there's nothing that you have to do. Maybe just recognizing it and witnessing it and shining some light on it and accepting that it's here for a reason. You both adopted it for a reason, and it's here for a reason, just for you to be able to look at it with a bit more presence within who you are so that it doesn't have that much power. Or maybe there is something then that you need to do. I will use my own example here. Right now I have many things happening in my life, such as planning a trip to Europe and to my home in Canada and having to find a cat sitter and being quite anxious about that, about the finances, about my company, about all the things that leaving for a couple of months brings me, as well as old patterns of, I don't know why I get quite anxious sometimes when I'm about to travel. And so all of this is coming up, and it's bringing up all my insecurities and my doubts for me to be able to observe them. It's being manifested in my body. My knees are so painful that I've not even been able to walk that normally. My back is really sore. My pelvis is super sore. My digestion is a mess, to the point that I'm not even sure what I can eat and how much I can eat. I feel like I need nutrition, yet at the same time I feel like I need a detox to clean out. So I've been experimenting and exploring with all of this. So my patterns all coming up, that voice coming up for me to really look at it, me feeling like I have so many things that need to get done before I go, but at the same time feeling that I so need to rest. And through just exploring and experimenting with this over the last couple of weeks, a pattern that I just wasn't seeing as a pattern of social conditioning showed itself. And what it was is that I really need to be like a hermit and be super quiet and by myself and rest completely. There is no other way to get through this. I really had that belief. It's a pattern I've had, that I've been scared of being tired, of doing too much. But suddenly that came up as maybe that's not the case this time. So I've started to balance out getting things done and being out when I feel this way, and meeting with friends and letting friends help me, and just exploring in that. And as I'm doing that, all of my symptoms, all of the insecurities, the doubt, are beginning to tame. They're beginning to tame. And I'm really feeling the difference. I'm feeling more and more empowered. I'm feeling more free within myself. And I know it's because rather than panic and go into anxiety around this, I've been able to create some kind of space to really look at what patterns might pop up that I wasn't aware of, that I was actually looking through these contact lenses, thinking this is just what you need to do. So I hope that's helpful in me sharing that for you to maybe stay open to explore and experiment what might be coming up for you also, that you can start to just do something different and start to let it dissipate so that you don't need this anymore to keep safe. Thank you loads for choosing to be with me here today. I really trust that what I have shared from the place that I've shared it with, you have received, heard, experienced at some place within you that does not make this work, but just makes it something that has now light shined on it, that will really bring you lovely insights to help you rediscover your own truth, your aliveness, and your freedom within. If you enjoyed this video, I would so appreciate if you could subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification bell to be notified of videos. Give us a like and share the video with anybody you think would enjoy it. I wish you a fabulous day, and I just can't wait to see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye for now.